Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you, your friends, and family are doing well today, and welcome back to another episode of Dad's Budget Bites, that kitchen where budget meets flavor. Today, we're going to be making a chicken and black bean enchilada one-pan meal. It's quick, it's cheap, it's easy, and it's a great way to spice up a boring weekday meal. So let's get into it, and let's cook. Here's what we're going to be using today to put this delicious one-pan meal together. So first on the chopping block, we have just under 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Anywhere from 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds works great. 6 small white corn tortillas. Next up, we have red enchilada sauce, about 10 ounces of that. A 15.5 ounce can of black beans. A half cup of salsa of your choice. 1 cup of shredded Mexican blend cheese. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. A half teaspoon of oregano. And a half teaspoon of cumin. I bet you guys are getting anxious, and I don't blame you one bit, because this is going to be awesome. There's just a little bit of prep work that needs to be done prior regarding the chicken and the tortillas. So as far as chicken thighs go, they are fatty by nature, and they do tend to have a bunch of extra fat stuck to it. So we just want to cut that off, as well as cut these into bite-sized pieces. As far as the tortillas go, we just want to slice those into 1-inch wide pieces. So let's do it. Like I said, with the chicken thighs, they do tend to have a bunch of extra skin or fat stuck to them. So we just want to cut this stuff off. I took off some already. We could do some together. Just cut this stuff right off to the best of your ability. You don't have to get every little last bit. What I'm going for is just the bigger pieces. The smaller pieces could stay. This one here is not too bad. Get that little part. Get that up there. That's a decent sized one. So I'll continue with this messy part, and then when we get back, we can cut these into bite-sized pieces. So as you could see, most of that excess skin and fat's cut right off. I intentionally kept some of it because it is going to add to the overall flavor. Now what we could do is cut these into bite-sized pieces. Again, kitchen shears work great for this part. If you don't have kitchen shears, a sharp knife would work fine too. You'd want to go with non-serrated for cleaner cuts. And we're just going to cut these right into little bite-sized pieces, as big or as small as you want. So for a size reference, that's about the size I'm going for. Our chicken's now cut up into little bite-sized pieces, as big or small as you want. That's about the size I did, so that's looking good. And now what we need to do is give these a quick season, a quick stir, and then we can move on to the next step. So we have our garlic powder here. We could add that. Our oregano. Pop that in there. Cumin for a little bit of a kick. And then salt and pepper to taste. So we'll just do some pepper. Ba, ba, ba. That's a decent amount. A little bit of salt. This flapper thing never wants to stay up. Good. Give it a little stir. The chicken's now good, and this can hang out until we need it. And now time for the tortillas. If you have a pizza wheel, this works great for this step because you're just going to be able to slice through all 6. Do this within a few seconds. If you don't have one, then the sharp knife works fine too. So we can cut this now. You're looking for about 1-inch wide pieces. Watch your fingers. It's never an exact science. Close enough. That's looking pretty good. On to the next step. For today, I broke out my big 12-inch cast iron skillet. If you don't have one, any frying pan works fine. So I had this warm it up now for a few minutes on a medium heat. We could add that chicken and get that going. You just want to make sure you use a large enough frying pan. So a 12-inch is the ideal size. Now that this is getting nice and warm, should be nice and hot at this point, we could add the chicken. So what we're looking to do is cook the chicken fully through, brown it a little bit in the process. Because chicken thighs are so fatty, you really don't have to add butter or oil, but if you wanted to, you can. Our seasoned chicken been rocking and rolling now, cooking away in the frying pan for about 7 minutes now. It's looking phenomenal, and it's only going to get better at this point, guys. So now what we could do is add in the black beans. I kept some of the juice. I did drain most of it. I kept some of the juice though. If you don't want to, you could fully rinse and drain them. And then we have that 10 ounces of red enchilada sauce. What I did here too is I added about a tablespoon of water into the can when it was empty, popped the top back on, gave it a good shake to get out every last drop. So we have a full 10 ounces of red enchilada sauce, and that goes. And then we have our salsa. In goes the salsa. Now what you want to do is give this a good stir. Once it comes to a simmer, let it simmer for a couple minutes. And then what we need to do is add those tortillas in. Our one pan perfection been simmering now for a few minutes. And now it's time to add those tortillas. So what I'm going to do is add about half at a time. And you want to gently stir those in, more like a fold, kind of fold them in. So I'm just going to kind of do this to hopefully prevent them from sticking together. That's good. Give it a little stir, cover those up. All right. Looking good. And now for the rest. And then just gently stir them in. So what I'm going to do is turn the heat off now. Everything's in. It's looking nicely incorporated. Now what we could do is add our cheese. So we have our shredded Mexican blend here. Nice and thick cut. We just want to add that. And now to get this from looking good to looking great, we're going to actually pop this under the broiler if you have an oven-safe pan. If you don't have an oven-safe pan, just pop a lid on for a few minutes to melt the cheese more. If you do have an oven-safe pan now, what you want to do is pop it under the broiler because it's going to kind of brown up that cheese a little bit, and it's just going to add to the overall appearance of it. So I'm going to place this under the broiler now, high heat, 3 to 5 minutes. Take it out, show you guys the finished product. All right, ladies and gents, so I just popped this out from under the broiler. I put it under there for about 3.5 minutes total, and you can see how the top ever so slightly browned. You could see the little pieces of chicken, little pieces of tortilla, little parts of the cheese that started browning, and that's what makes it go from looking good to looking phenomenal. Taking that extra couple minutes, going the full distance. So this would be perfect to eat as is if you want, a 10 out of 10. Or you could dress it up with your favorite toppings, you know, sour cream, guacamole, avocado, you know, some sliced up little cherry tomatoes, something like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the best part because we get to taste what we made, see how we did, and take some pride and satisfaction to know that it came out awesome. So let me just start by giving you all a quick close-up. The pan cooled down about 95% of the way. Hopefully that's not in the sun. and that is looking incredible. I did top it with some sour cream, and then I have some cherry tomatoes. And yeah, for presentation, it looks great. And now we could dig in and see how we did. Try to get a little bit of everything. I'm just digging right in the pan, guys. Here we go, down the hatch. If you like Mexican food and you like enchiladas, you're going to love this. You know, try it at home. Let me know how it goes. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback. That tastes literally better than anything I've had at a restaurant. And I'm not even exaggerating. This tastes phenomenal. From start to finish, you could probably put this guy together in about 20 minutes. Once you gather up everything you need, it goes pretty quick. You just got to cut the skin off the chicken, cut it up into small pieces, give the tortillas a quick slice. And once you're done with that little bit of prep work, it really goes fast. So yeah, this is a hit. Try it at home. Let me know what you think. And now we have our cooking wheel here. I brought that out to help set up the theme for Wednesday's video. So we're going to give that a good old spin. And this is going to give us an idea what we're making for Wednesday. What are we going to get? What is that, lunch? The little rubber thing is mostly over lunch. So yeah, I'm going to go by that. That's happened before, so I went by where the rubber part is, not necessarily the plastic part. So we're going to be doing something good for lunch next time. Please be sure to tune in for that. That'll be fun. If you got anything out of this video and you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up. I always appreciate it. Share it with your friends and family. Drop me a comment. I always love hearing your thoughts and your feedback. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And until next time, I'll see you all next time. Bye.